Hi there, welcome. I'm Joanne from Empowering Yoga. I wanted to show you a couple of yoga postures that you can practice if you've got tight hamstrings. So you'll need a belt for this practice, a yoga strap, and possibly a couple of yoga blocks or bricks like this, like this. Okay. All right. So just come down to your mat and lay yourself down on your back. Just have your belt handy so it's in reach, so you don't have to move too far. Lay yourself down, bend your knees, take the arms away from you, or just warm up the spine first of all. So bring the knees into your chest, take the knees over to one side and then the other. You can keep the feet on the ground actually as you lean the knees over from side to side. Do this a couple of times. And then bring both feet onto the ground. Grab hold of your yoga strap and put it on the bottom of one of your feet. Okay, so hold on to the strap with both hands to start off with. And what you might find is that your leg is not straight because you have tight hamstrings. So in that case, you want to give a bit more belt, lower the leg a bit further away from you, and have a bend if you need to. Don't stress or stretch too much at this point. You're going to hold both of the straps in your left hand if you've got the belt on your left foot. Then lower the leg down towards the ground. Feel the spine press down into your mat and raise the leg back up again. Good. And continue like that. I'm going to do this 5 or 6 times. Exhaling to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Good. Carry on at your own pace. Lovely, and then hold on to both straps again. And you can have the arms straight, just letting gravity do the work here. As I say, if you need to have the leg a little bit further away from you, if your hamstrings are preventing you from having a straight leg. And then hold both the straps in the other hand, in the opposite hand, and guide the toes towards the opposite shoulder. So you want to keep the leg lifting high, and you can lift through the heel and guide the toes towards the opposite shoulder. Breathing in for 1, out for 2, in for 3, out 4, in 5, and out 6. Release. Then bring the other foot inside the belt. Release the first foot. 1 strap in each hand. Feel the hips and the spine connected to the ground. Both straps in the right hand and lower the leg down. Exhale to lift. Inhale. And exhale. And in. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last 2 on your own. Both straps Again, one hand on each strap, just remaining still, breathing, have the arms straight, relax the shoulders. And both straps in the opposite hand, and guide the toes towards the opposite shoulder. So this is a very small movement. Try to keep the hip on the ground. You don't want to be twisting. You don't want to be taking the hip off the ground. So this is really a very isolated movement for the outside of the leg, the IT band, and the hamstrings as well. And then release. That's great. And you can put the belt down. Bring the knees into your chest, and you can open and close the knees a couple of times. And then cross the ankles and rock up so you're sitting. And let's bring the legs out in front of you. So place your arms underneath your knees now and have the toes off the ground. You're just going to slide the heels away. Keep the chest close to the thighs. Release the arms, and you can sit upright now. So you might find benefit from sitting on a block or a cushion, lifting the hips, creating a little bit more space for the hamstrings to lengthen without the stress of having to sit upright as well. That can cause tension in the sacrum, in the lower back. Good. So place your hands on your thighs and slide the hands down towards the feet. Good. And as you inhale, take a half lift here, a straight spine looking forward. Exhale and in. 3 more. Exhale and in. Exhale and in. And 1 more. And inhale. Great. Bend your knees. Now come off your block. I'm going to come to your knees. And this is where you might need your blocks. So if you have some bricks, you're going to bring them out just to the side there, and you're going to step your left foot in between the blocks. Place your hands onto your bricks and take those front toes off the ground. So you're going to drive the heel forward a little bit. Keep the back hip on top of the knee. And this is where the blocks are really handy because you can keep the spine a little more upright. If you find that you're able to, maybe lower the blocks to that midi height, because the more that you lean forward, the more that you take the upper body weight over that front leg, the deeper the stretch is going to be. You'll see that for yourself. And you can ease off, you can just bend the knee, lunge the hips forward for a moment, and then stretch it out again. Toes off the ground. If you claw the toes back to you, you can feel that active in the calf and under the knee, probably under the thigh as well. Feel the breath at the back of the throat. Nice long exhalations and an effortless inhale. You can bend that front knee again, ease. Bring your hands up onto the knee, get a nice little hip stretch here. Good, and then we're going to swap over legs. So you can step that leg back maybe start with the blocks up high again and step the right foot through. Lean forward onto the blocks, taking your toes off, slide the heel forward. Good. Keep the hips back and look forward, so a straight spine. And take your attention onto your breath straight away. Lowering the blocks if you're able to, or remaining high. Couple more breaths. You can always ease off, bend that front knee if you need to. You can do that a couple of times throughout the practice. Bend the knee, come up high again, lunge forward, move the shoulders away from the ears. And then step that foot back. Great. Bring the blocks down and bring your hands down onto your mat, about shoulder distance apart as your knees are as well. Spread the fingers, have a nice grip with the fingers and the palms. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog, start lifting the hips. And you can pedal through, bend one knee at a time. Lovely, and then start walking your feet forward towards your hands. And hold on to your elbows, have some space between your feet, have a little softness in your knees and let your head hang. Again, let gravity do the work here. Release the arms. Inhale, circle the arms up. Good, bring the palms together, take a forward fold, bring the hands down to the ground and walk your feet back to plank pose. Bend the knees, travel your hips back to your downward facing dog one final time, and we'll take 5 breaths here. So you can have softness in the knees or you can stretch the legs out, see how you're doing. Moving the shoulders away from the wrists. And then bring your knees down and fold back to child's pose. You can bring your hands behind you. Raise your head. I hope you found that practice helpful. Give it a go. Practice it 2 or 3 times a week. That sequence, as I say, is really good for your tight hamstrings. Okay, see you very soon. Namaste. Thank you.